speaking of magic, 2004 happened. And before then, the Red Sox were known as this team that was just not doing so hot in the postseason. They were like the MLB equivalent of the Vikings and the Bills, so to speak.
Yes.
They
Yes.
could
It's a
they
good
couldn't get it
comparison.
they couldn't get it done in the Ted Williams era. They couldn't get it done in 1967. Carlton Fisk bought him some time in game 6, but not enough in game 7.
Yep.
And game 6 of the 86 World Series, disastrous. But personally for me, I kind of think everybody kind of threw the baby out with the bathwater on Bill Buckner. It's like, Bill Buckner didn't blow the game. Good grief. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater on the first baseman. He didn't pitch. Good grief.
Yeah, he got all the heat when people have to remember at the end of the day, like, yeah, that's a play that should have been made, but there were so many more things about that game that went wrong for the Red Sox. And we as fans just hate to relive that experience. And you're right. It was just, it's a good comparison comparing it to teams that haven't been able to see success and have not been able to finish the job and get over that hump. And for Red Sox fans who had grown up during that time had never seen their team win a championship. And that's what made 2004, when it got there, as special as it was, because these Red Sox fans were used to heartbreak and situations like 1986 and seeing this team come so close, but not being able to finish it.
And you saw more heartbreak in the 2003
Yep.
ALCS. And it
Yeah.
looked like you're going to see some more heartbreak after the Yankees gave you a spanking in game 3. Looks like you're going to get spanked in game 4, right? Well, somebody forgot to tell the Red Sox that because David Ortiz hit a game winner, and we'll see it tonight, as Joe Butt put it. Red Sox won in game 5. Then we see the bloody sock from Kurt Schilling, game 6. Bam! Winner right there. Game 7, Red Sox complete something that no team in sports history has ever done. Make a comeback from 3 games to none and win the series. And the momentum carried on over against the Cardinals and thus ended an 86-year drought.
Yeah,
How
and you
did
know
it
what
feel
made
then
that
when you
even
saw it?
sweeter really was just the fact that it was against the Yankees too. Just with how much hate we as a fan base have for the Yankees, it just made it that much sweeter for that type of comeback to be made against that team, the same team who, like you had just mentioned, knocked the Red Sox out in 2003, and everybody was counting the Red Sox out after game 3.
Yeah, because like you can't be counting anybody out after one game. That's just bad. I know,
Oh
I
yeah.
know, I know that like teams can be down after 3 games to none. It's easy to do that, but it's not quite as easy to do that anymore as we saw in the 2020 ALCS, the 2023 Eastern Conference Finals with the Celtics Heat, and in the Stanley Cup Finals. I'm kind of a moron about hockey, but I do my best to watch a little bit of it.
Yeah, I mean, it goes to show like the Red Sox doing what they did that year set the precedent that it's not over until it's truly over. And, Kevin Millar had the famous quote of "Don't let us win today" before game 4. And then sure enough, they just kept winning and winning and winning. And it's funny because with this being the 20th anniversary year of the 2004 season, I have been dropping episodes once a week of Locked On Red Sox that just looks back on the 2004 team and just how special that team really was. And I think it really was that makeup of guys. They were just so hungry and wanting to win, and they were absolutely stacked talent wise. And so much came together at the right time for them because they just got all the momentum when they needed to. Because once they won game 4, they just kept winning. I mean, sweeping the Cardinals in the World Series, and there was just no stopping that Red Sox team. And I think it goes to show, teams now have that mentality of, one game at a time. And like you just mentioned, the most recent one being the Stanley Cup Finals is, I thought the Oilers were completely done after the first 3 games, and then they forced a game 7, and they weren't obviously able to win it in 7 games. But for them still to come back and win 3 straight and force a game 7, it really does go to show that it's not over till it's really over. And if you as a team take the feet off the gas too soon, then that's going to hurt you in the end.
I gotta write that line down. Take the feet off the gas too soon. So I'm gonna remember that.
Make sure I'm trademarking it though.
There we go. A Gabby Hurlbutt quote.
Exactly.
There we go.